by Kim Hutchinson. Much has changed for humanity in the past year, even though, superficially, things look basically the same. If you were hoping for a visible change in the world by now, you might be disappointed. However, there are plenty of reasons to be happy. When looking for proof that things are changing for the better, it's helpful to understand that ascension is an ongoing process rather than a singular event. Certainly, at some point, we may experience a game-changing event or two, but that's just the tip of the ascension iceberg. The majority has awakened. Consciousness is expanding, and so all life everywhere is ascending. This is both an individual and collective process. As we awaken individually to the truth of our divine origins, we do so in stages. Our personal awakening affects those around us, just as we are affected by planetary, solar and universal forces. These shifts in consciousness come in great waves and affect huge numbers of people. In the wake of the great shifts of 2015, we are now witnessing the awakening of the second wave of humanity. The first and second waves combined represent roughly 2/3 of humanity. That means the ascension momentum is gaining speed rapidly, and has such momentum behind it that the awakening can no longer be hijacked or derailed. This is indeed reason to be excited. First wave, Ascension pioneers and 5D anchors. The first wave of ascension is comprised of people who are farther along the awakening and ascension process, and who are blazing a trail for their sisters and brothers. Many of these spiritual pioneers have successfully elevated their vibration by undergoing intensive spiritual cleansing processes such as the dark night of the soul. As they healed their karma, cleared their fear-based ego restrictions, and shifted their awareness from head to heart, their consciousness expanded to encompass multiple dimensions. Many are now able to sustain fifth-dimensional consciousness while still existing in 3D/4D. The fifth dimension is the level of unity consciousness where like attracts like. Rather than forcing light and dark live cheek to jowl, 5D beings are vibrationally clustered with like-hearted souls. The lack of dissension lets the light shine brighter and the love to pour forth more freely and purely. First wavers are grounded to a higher vibrational earth, and through this interdimensional connection, they are helping to anchor 5D love and light in the lower two dimensions. 2016 Outlook, Walking on Sunshine. The outlook for this year is a continued acceleration of the ascension process, coupled with tangible changes and benefits. Many on the leading edge of this cosmic awakening are finally starting to reap the rewards for their efforts. Numerically speaking, 2016 is a year of completion. Much of what is being completed was launched in 2008, which is when the ascension process began to intensify for many in this group. That means this year could bring relief to those who have been working through intense ascension symptoms for the past 8 years. Examples: sustained happiness and inner peace, increase in spiritual business due to the awakening of the second wavers, that is more clients. More income, increase in 5D abilities, that is nearly instantaneous manifestation, spiritual reunion and partnership with source consciousness, second wave, the majority. As a result of autumn's much anticipated electromagnetic frequency called Wave X, huge energetic shifts are occurring, all of which are helping to raise the consciousness of this planet. Everyone benefited from the incoming light frequency upgrades, but it was the second wave who perhaps felt it most strongly. Those galactic light codes, coupled with Gaia's accelerating Schumann resonance frequency/heartbeat, and the elevating consciousness of the first wave, is adding fuel to the spiritual awakening that is blazing through the second wave. This second group is the largest, and its awakening has really tipped the balance in favor of ascension. 2016 Forecast, what a healing! Second wavers will continue to expand through 4D, a dimension mostly inhabited by service to self beings, while still anchoring 3D awareness. Both the third and fourth dimensions are rooted in polarity, so externally we see what basically amounts to a tug of war between the light and the dark. Being in 3D/4D, though unsettling, is actually beneficial in drawing to the surface the darkness that needs to come to light. This includes intense personal healing as well as societal. The process can feel like an out-of-control roller coaster ride, but every step of this intense process is both necessary and beneficial. This is how one purges lifetimes of fear and pain. breaks soul controls, vows and other limitations, and ultimately breaks free of the control matrix. Expect to see big changes in politics, economy, religion, the media and so on. On the lighter side, this intense journey will be facilitated and eased by the first wavers who, having gone through everything recently, know exactly how to help, heal and guide the recently awakened. Examples: shedding lifetimes of fear, pain and suffering, aka dark night of the soul, ascension, fluent awakening symptoms, products of becoming crystalline, awakening to the truth / shattering illusions / changing the world, moving rapidly through the awakening process. Third wave, 3D anchors. This is where our collective ascension process began, and so these individuals represent our past along with our physical level of consciousness. Here source consciousness is so focused that it takes on form and solidity, so the third wave is still focused upon tangible 5 sensory inputs. You could refer to this group as unawakened, but perhaps a more apt analogy would be to refer to them as the core, or nucleus, of our multidimensional consciousness. While many still labor under the yoke of ego fear, and are not simpatico with the concept of ascension, they are still playing an essential role in the process. The third wave is acting as a 3D anchor which is helping to keep all the first and second wavers grounded and balanced. This group also helps to maintain the relative stability in the world which is necessary if we are to avoid mass chaos and fear. Until all of us are ready to transcend physicality completely, we need this firm foundation. 2016 prognosis, rock on. The third wavers are not likely to awaken this year, but there is no rush. Their time will come when all are ready. There are an increasing number of ascension event points being created that span farther into the future. That means no matter how long this process takes, no one will be left behind. So, in the interim, this group will carry on living life as usual, being a rock for us all. And, when their time finally arrives, the first and second wavers will be in a good place to assist the third wave with their ascension.